Well, we have been hearing from the Chinese on the trade front there, and already we're hearing that Chinese number 2 Premier Li Keqiang, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, I apologize if I'm not, quoting him that we're facing our greatest difficulties in years, and that auto tariffs themselves could make vehicles more expensive on both sides. I'm paraphrasing there, but the read from former Bush 43 Economic Advisors Council Chairman Glenn Hubbard. Glenn, what he seems to be saying is we both suffer. We already know that. That has been a view he and others have espoused in China. But it's the first time someone so prominent has said that, yeah, we could take it on the chin here. And that isn't a good deal. So what is your sense of what you're hearing out of China on this?
Well, I think there's a need on both sides to step back and ask strategic questions. For the U.S., China really has been a bad actor in some respects, intellectual property, unfair trade practices. But the right answer is not tariffs. It's getting all our allies together to help put pressure on China. That would be a better strategy. The tariffs really aren't going to make anybody better off. Now, in the meantime, everyone seems to be talking about the effect this is going to have on prices in this country as soon as the holidays, and that if it doesn't directly affect autos, for example, it will affect auto parts. How's that going to go down? Well, it certainly will raise prices. Even more important, perhaps, it will disrupt global supply chains for businesses that have been built up over decades. Again, these frictions between the United States and China can be fixed short of this. This is an unfortunate way to proceed on both sides. Neither one will come out well. People forget that governments don't pay these tariffs, average folks do. Now, the individual businesses affected can try to absorb the cost of those tariffs, so it isn't necessarily you're paying 10% more for a washer or a car or 25% more down the road for any of those. They'll absorb as much as they can of that to ease the blow. But how much of that do you suspect will be going on, or will they just pass it along hoping that they're not punished for it? Well, ultimately, it will be passed along. Most businesses operate in pretty competitive markets. Their ability to absorb that, as you said, would be relatively limited. So ultimately, consumers will pay the price, or if you own shares in firms, you'll pay the price that way. And it's not just individuals, all of us, that would suffer. It's a number of small businesses and medium-sized businesses that are exposed to trade. This is just not the best way to proceed. How do you see this all ending, Glenn? Well, it could actually end well. We could actually get a situation where the U.S. and its allies do pressure China for a better outcome. But I worry that we could stumble into something much worse, and time will tell. I like that. Time will tell. That's an out that we always have, right? Glenn, always good seeing you. Thank you very, very much.